What is up, you guys? I'm back here and I want to give my reaction, my recap to UFC 275. What a card. Prelims were fantastic, big knockouts, good decisions. Main card was also great, to say the least. Crazy all over the place. Main event was fantastic. And I'm gonna talk about the main event first. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys thought of UFC 275 before I get started. And so yeah, start off with the main event first. Glover Teixeira taking on Jiri Prochazka. Both guys, man, this fight right here, the main event was fantastic. I thought the fight kind of was going the way I thought it would go when it comes to the grappling aspect for Glover Teixeira. I think Glover had a fantastic showing with the grappling. Pretty much kind of dominating for the most part against Jiri Prochazka whenever the fight. They go to the ground, good elbows, nasty elbow, I think in round number 2 or round 1 or 2, he ended up getting sliced up with a good elbow on Prochazka, and it was pretty bad. Prochazka, in the beginning rounds for me, he had the better striking, he was landing the better shots, fresher, moving around. But every time Prochazka would solidify the striking, Glover would somehow manage to get a takedown. I love the leg sweep that Glover was doing, picking up the leg nice and high, sweeping the base leg, so he can fall, or Prochazka would sometimes roll to try to escape, and in doing so, kind of always give the back to, the Glover Teixeira. But really good defense from Jiri Prochazka to at times to land on top, land big grounded pounds, especially towards the later of the fight, because in the beginning, he was allowing him to get back up after if he got into a position that he was able to just come back up and stand up on his feet. So, because he was having really good success when it comes to the striking. I'm talking about Prochazka right now. But it doesn't mean Glover wasn't either. Glover was landing pretty good shots throughout the fight. This fight was a back and forth fight, especially even when it came to the grappling. Some exchanges, like I said before, like Prochazka wasn't just laying on his back, not doing nothing, looking at a loss for words. It looked bad at times, especially when Glover landed the full mount. Glover tried to get the arm triangle, which was super tight. It was crazy that Prochazka even managed to escape out of that. Prochazka tried to throw a little dart choke himself, and good escape from Glover. Really good back and forth. So the 5th round starts, and Glover having started to have really, really good success when it comes to the striking, but in doing so, he tried to get it back to the ground, especially when he hurt Prochazka a couple of times standing on the feet, try to go for submissions. And I'm screaming at my TV. I'm like, why? Because at the heat, at the heat of the moment, you're probably gonna go back to what you do best. He's really good at the grappling. He was having success in the grappling, but then manages to get him down, and he was throwing up some stuff, ground and pound. But then Prochazka, at the very last, not the last second, but getting close to the ending of the 5th round, Prochazka lands on the back of Glover Teixeira after Teixeira makes a mistake, and Prochazka gets on the top, gets the back, sinking the rear naked choke without any hooks. You have to be crazy tired, to just tap out to that. You could still, but you have to be, and then the fence wasn't helping either, so it wasn't like Glover was going anywhere. Great victory. Great rear naked choke for Jiri Prochazka. Got a little holes in his game I feel like he needs to work on, especially the grappling wise. But I love the scrambles that he was doing. It kept him in the fight. What a fantastic main event. Again, congratulations to Jiri Prochazka. Co-main event, we had Valentina Shevchenko taking on Talia Santos, and that alone was freaking crazy. Both ladies put on a good show. I feel like Talia had the better success early on during the fight. She got the takedowns. Not much of ground and pound, but she tried to go for a couple of rear naked chokes. Valentina was trying to implement her game a little bit when it comes to the grappling, but it wasn't having much success in that in the beginning. Sometimes she'll get the takedown, but then Talia will get back on her feet. and you know, it was just a back and forth from there. Santos had to go to striking from the distance. She tried a couple of spinning back kicks, nothing there. She tried one spinning hook kick, but didn't land, of course. You know, I feel like for this fight, I feel like the only decisive round that, and what probably got Shevchenko to win, it was a stupid close fight, but you know, her being the champion, I feel like they kind of give the edge, and then the eye of Talia Santos, which unfortunately was a headbutt they showed on the monitor that got Talia's eye all messed up and almost closed. It looked like, you know, that was very unfortunate. She didn't see much of anything when it came to Shevchenko throwing the left side, you know. But Santos, you know, I give it up to her, man. She had the takedown. She had, you could tell she was much, much stronger in the clinch and in the takedown. But, you know, again, great victory for Valentina Shevchenko. Close fight. If it wasn't for Shevchenko having the ending part on having the ground control in the bottom towards the ending of the round, I feel like she probably would have lost it. You know, but who knows the way judges are right nowadays. But it is what it is. Congratulations to Valentina Shevchenko. And in the co-feature or whatever you want to call it, Weili Zhang taking on Joanna Jacek, who won that fight, was gonna you know, is up next for the title, and good lord, what a fight that was. You know, Weili Zhang and Joanna, you know, it was close in the beginning in round one, but then you could tell the takedowns was definitely a big game changer for Weili Zhang in this time around compared to before. Yeah, it was freaking insane. You know, big ground and pound in round one for Weili Zhang, elbows, punches, whatever you can think of. You know, she was doing, and Joanna did a good job eventually getting back up to her feet, doing some striking back and forth. Round two starts again. They're in a big exchange, going back and forth with each other. It's a really good, entertaining fight. But the takedowns and the wrestling of Weili Zhang definitely played a big part in this time around. You know, they get into exchange, and Weili Zhang throws a spinning back fist, which makes Joanna get knocked out, face plant, and that was the end of the fight. That to me was insane. This, you know, Joanna just, you know, seeing somebody face plant is bad, but you know, Joanna, for the girls to see that happen, it kind of sucks. But great victory for Weili Zhang, and I can't wait to see her fight Carla Esparza. That's gonna be interesting. You know, it's not gonna be a snooze fest the way it was with Carla and Rose when they fought again the second time around. So this time around, I think it's gonna be a lot different. And yeah, man, it's gonna be an amazing fight between those two ladies. Congratulations, Zhang Weili. Joanna Jacek decided to retire. You know, she put a lot into the sport, so I ain't mad at that. You know, I'll probably want to retire if let me stop. But what an amazing card. UFC 275 was lit. Dana White, you are the man for putting on a great performance and a great show as always. Guys, if you guys liked the video, make sure to throw those thumbs up. Really would appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.